YouTube, it's 4. We back with another video. Let's jump straight into it. Today we got my young bull and we chopping it all off. So we're gonna go down to a 3.5 on top, basically like a 2, because we are gonna be using our detachables. So to start it off, as you can see, I'm picking his hair out. He has a shaggy hair texture. He's, I believe, Cambodian and black. So we grab our detachables and I have my 3.5 blade. And as you can see, it's snagging. It's not cutting easily because his hair isn't dirty, but it's actually dry. It's very dry. He needs moisturizer in there. So we're definitely gonna wash his hair and condition it once we chop it all down. So you guys can see that I'm starting from the crown and this is how it looks. I just wanted to do this just to show you guys how much hair he really had. It was a lot. I only cut his hair once before. Cut him and his little brother. He obviously had the curly top, so we did a high taper and I didn't like it. So he basically gave me creative freedom this time. You know, he's a young bull, so young bulls a lot of times they don't really care what they get. So I decided to do a mid taper this time. So as you can see, he has a lot of hair. Chopping it all off, and then we're gonna get started on the taper. So to get started on the taper, I didn't use my liners. I just grabbed my detachable blade with my 5-out blade, which is basically skin. Then I grabbed my lever open or my babless. Now, mind you, these clippers, I have them set crooked on purpose to be able to get out those bottom guidelines without having to switch back to my trimmers. So I have my 1 guard following the same steps, basically flicking up and then dropping back down with the lever closed. Same thing with my 2. I'm flicking up and then I drop back down with my lever closed. It's simple. A dog can fade, a dog can learn how to taper. A lot of barbers act like fading and tapering is the most intricate thing in the world. It's really not. It's really simple. Got my 1.5 guard. There's no rules to fading, no rules to tapering. You don't have to follow a system. This is just a simple system that you guys can follow. I go back to my 1 guard, doing some detail work before I drop back down to my 0.5. And I like to call this guard the 0.75 guard if you guys are familiar with my channel. And then I drop back down to my wall premium 0.5 guard. This is it gets pretty close to skin with this. This is the final step before we detail it with our crooked blade. So my blade's crooked. If you zoom in, you won't be able to tell. The blade is crooked. I did this because I did it years ago by accident and I liked it. So I'm bringing it back. It's very effective, very efficient. And as you can see, it's blended. It's that easy, folks. Now this side, I broke the rules. So like I said, there ain't no rules when it comes to this stuff. So I ain't really use no guards. I think I used like 2 or 3 guards at the end just to touch it up. But enjoy this part. I'm pretty much just freehanding it, you know, finessing it. But I did end up using some guards because I didn't want to push it up too high. But yeah. So for the back, it's pretty much the same steps. I do skip a few guards on this side. So I have my lever all the way open, going up a full inch, 1 guard. I don't like being repetitive. Like I really don't like that. So we're gonna focus on the dry patches back here. I've talked about this before on my channel. This can come from just not conditioning your hair often. It's not really bad or chronic or anything. Now when you have flakes and stuff, then yes, but just small little dry patches. This can come from just having a lot of hair built up on it. So yeah, same steps for the taper, very simple. I don't like being repetitive. Like I said, it's just like, it's unnecessary. I don't want to be that basic barber YouTuber that just does the same stuff. I hate it. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'll talk about this stuff a lot. I'm very opinionated and very, very opinionated when it comes to stuff like this, just with life in general. So now we have a hot towel. Now what this does, it's a hot compress for his scalp, for his hair, basically relaxes the hair, allows it to be able to be manipulated more, for it to lay down easier, just to give it a nice smooth finish for once we're done. So to get started on the back lineup, this is pretty straightforward. Also, my one tip is that I sometimes still do is use your sharpest trimmers on the neck, because that can be the most sensitive, if not, area. Also around the ear, that can be very sensitive too. So I want you guys to look at his hairline. This is ridiculous. And if you look even closer, his C-cup is uneven too compared to the other one. So we're gonna have to do some real surgery on this. This is obviously 100% going to be a pushback, a professional pushback, of course. It's a 100% mandatory pushback. There ain't no way around this. And when we do our initial, analysis of his hairline just now, we know that the vertical bars are going to be small, and we know that the C-cups are going to be small, but that's okay. There's some clients with long C-cups, with 2-inch C-cups, 2-inch vertical bars. Then there's some clients, even like me, my vertical bars are small. If you guys ever seen my self-cut videos, they're small. So those are the initial things you have to look out for and analyze during the shape up. So as you can see, we're just connecting it, the shape up on the other side. And if you guys look closely, he also has those small dry patches on near his vertical bars. So yeah, that's something we're gonna have to work around too. Basically what I did for this is just added some sea spray at the end of it. Even though it wiped away the ash line doesn't matter. So you'll see. Now we're adding some enhancements to basically darken up that vertical bar. I wanted his vertical bars to be nice and dark, so we're adding a little bit of enhancement, nothing too crazy as you guys can see. Now what I like to do is just go back in and retouch it up. Shout out Easy Blade Shaving Products. Go to that website and use my promo code The4thKen for a 10% discount. And I like these blades because they're very, not flexible, but the razor handle is very flexible. The blades are very sturdy, durable. They easily are snappable, like the double edge ones. You can easily snap them in half. Some razor brands be too, hard. You gotta do it with your fingers. So, yeah, the razor handle is very comfortable. As you can see, I get full control of it with my one hand right there. And what we're doing right now, we're just cleaning up those C-cups and the vertical bar. And to end it, freehand trim. It's mandatory. You gotta get those loose hairs. You have to. This is what completes the haircut. This is what completes the experience, especially for a client with, this texture of hair. So this is how my client came in. And this is how he's leaving the studio. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy 4. I'm out. Peace.